Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Thursday, January 6, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Minnesota Wild vs Boston Bruins. The Bruins are off to a great start to the season, but hope the offense can step up, scoring only 2.90 goals per game. Patrice Bergeron, Brad Marchand, and David Pastrnak have combined for 31 goals and 45 blocked shots to lead the top line, but the rest of the forward unit has struggled. Only 5 skaters have 6 goals or more, and opposing defenses can eliminate the top-heavy offense as a result. The Boston Bruins are averaging 2.9 goals per game and are scoring on 21.4% of their power play opportunities. Brad Marchand leads Boston with 11 goals, Charlie McAvoy has 15 assists and Patrice Bergeron has 105 shots on goal. Defensively, the Boston Bruins are allowing 2.6 goals per game and are killing 81.8% of their opponents' power plays. Linus Ullmark has given up 36 goals on 433 shots faced, and Jeremy Swayman has allowed 33 goals on 410 shots. Our first betting advice is to pick Minnesota Wild. The Minnesota Wild are averaging 3.6 goals per game and are scoring on 16.8% of their power play opportunities. Ryan Hartman leads Minnesota with 15 goals, Kirill Kaprizov has 26 assists and Kevin Fiala has 103 shots on goal. Defensively, the Minnesota Wild are allowing 3.1 goals per game and are killing 80.7% of their opponents' power plays. Cam Talbot has allowed 71 goals on 781 shots faced, and Kaapo Kähkönen has allowed 19 goals on 203 shots. The Bruins have one of the league's best defenses, and it's easy to think that the upcoming game will be a low-scoring one. However, both teams have great offenses that look to step up and find the back of the net throughout the game. The Wild should create plenty of scoring opportunities with Kirill Kaprizov, Ryan Hartman, and the rest of the defensive unit crashing the net on the odd man rush and finding quick scoring chances throughout the game. The Bruins, meanwhile, should run up the score with Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, David Pastrnak, and the rest of the forward unit creating quick scoring chances on the odd man rush, while also establishing a strong offensive zone presence against a struggling Wild defense. The over should cover in a high-scoring game with both offenses stepping up and controlling this game. Our second betting advice is to pick over 6. Quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Calgary Flames vs Tampa Bay Lightning. The offense has been clicking for the Lightning this season. They have scored 3 goals or more in 7 out of the last 10 games. Tampa Bay ranks 10th in goals per game, 19th in shots per game, 3rd in shooting percent, and 13th in scoring efficiency ratio. Steven Stamkos leads the team in points, with 40 points on the season. Stamkos has 1 point or more in 8 out of the last 10 games. Calgary showed that their defense can have an off night and that they aren't equipped to playing at the breakneck pace that a team like Florida plays. Tampa Bay bounced back with a big offensive showing in their win over the Blue Jackets, but perhaps more importantly, got Vasilevskiy back between the pipes. The Lightning plays excellent hockey at the Amalie Arena, and we know that Vasilevskiy has had plenty of success when it comes to playing at home. Calgary doesn't have the firepower to keep up with Tampa Bay here. Our first betting advice is to pick Tampa Bay Lightning. Against Columbus, the Lightning's offense awakened and carried them to an easy win on the road over the slumping Blue Jackets. The opening period saw Tampa Bay with a 14-7 edge in shots on goal and a 3-0 advantage on the scoreboard after 20 minutes of action. Ondrej Palat opened the scoring with his 11th goal of the year at 4:53 on the power play, off assists from Braden Point and Victor Hedman. Later in the period, Palat scored his second of the game and 12th of the season at 9:30 off assists from Point and Ryan McDonough. Corey Perry extended to a 3-0 margin with his 9th of the season on the power play at 17:27 off assists from Mikhail Sergachev and Pat Maroon. The second period saw the Lightning hold a 14-8 edge in shots on goal, with both teams scoring twice, leaving Tampa Bay up 5-2 after 40 minutes. After Columbus cut the deficit to 3-1, Point tallied his 11th of the year at 136, with assists going to Cal Foote and Palat for a 4-1 advantage. Following the Blue Jackets marker that trimmed the margin to 4-2, Maroon scored his 7th of the season on the power play at 12:19 off assists from Perry and Anthony Cirelli to restore their 3-goal margin. The third period saw Tampa Bay hold a narrow 8-7 edge in shots on goal, and they outscored Columbus 2-0 to earn the victory. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare tallied his 4th of the year at the 36-second mark off an assist from Jan Rutta for a 6-2 lead. Alex Killorn closed the scoring with his 10th of the season at 12:20 off assists from Steven Stamkos and Cirelli. Andrei Vasilevsky returned from the COVID-19 list and made 20 saves for the Lightning, who held a 36-22 edge in shots on goal in the win. He's expected to get the start and goal again here. Our second betting advice is to pick over 5.5. Florida Panthers vs Dallas Stars. Florida has been terrific on offense so far this season. They have scored 3 goals or more in 7 out of the last 10 games. The Panthers rank 2nd in goals per game, 1st in shots per game, 7th in shooting percent, and 4th in scoring efficiency ratio. Jonathan Huberdeau leads the team with 42 points. Alexander Barkov has not been healthy this season, but he has been good when he has played. Barkov has 21 points in 20 games played. Florida is rolling with 4 straight wins as they pulverized the opposition by a 24-10 margin in that stretch, though all those games came on home ice. In addition to missing Sam Bennett, who is serving the second game of a 3-game suspension, the Panthers will be without Sam Reinhart and Mason Marchment, who were placed in the protocols along with assistant coach Tuomo Ruutu on Monday. Dallas hasn't played in nearly 3 weeks as they take the ice here, and that's going to be a problem against a team as dangerous as Florida is. Holtby hasn't been all that great this season, and the Panthers have too much offensive talent. Our first betting advice is to pick Florida Panthers. Against Minnesota, Dallas put together one of their best offensive showings of the season as they picked up the victory at home. The opening period saw the Stars hold a 9-7 edge in shots on goal, and they took a 3-2 lead to the dressing room after 20 minutes of play. Joe Pavelski opened the scoring with his 12th of the year at 131 off assists from Miro Heiskanen and Jason Robertson. Esa Lindell made it a 2-0 game with his first of the season, shorthanded, at 3:24 of the period. After the Wild rallied to tie the game, Tyler Seguin gave the Stars the lead again with his 8th of the year at 16:43 off assists from Jamie Benn and Denis Gurianov. In the second period, Dallas held an 11-7 edge in shots on goal, with each team scoring once to hold a 4-3 lead after 40 minutes. Roope Hintz made it 4-2 with his 12th of the year on the power play at 8:02 off assists from John Klingberg and Robertson. They gave up a goal later in the period to trim the lead to 1. In the third period, Dallas saw the shots even at 9, but outscored Minnesota 3-1 to put the game away. Jacob Peterson scored his second of the season at 2:06 off an assist from Gurianov to make it a 5-3 game. Heiskanen made it 6-3 just a minute later at 3:06 with his 4th of the year off an assist from Michael Raffl. After Minnesota cut the lead to 2, Ben scored his 8th of the season at 18:28 off an assist from Radek Faksa into an empty net. Jake Ettinger made 19 saves for the Stars, who held a 29-23 edge in shots on goal in the victory. Braden Holtby is expected to get the start and goal here. Our second betting advice is to pick over 5.5.